ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the KeyBank Rink at Lecom Harbor Center in downtown Buffalo as we get you ready for puck drop between the Niagara-Wheatfield Falcons and the number 4 Hamburg Bulldogs. Niagara-Wheatfield, the number 5 seed in the small school sectional playoffs. I'm Jack Cruiser alongside Sean McHugh, I beg your pardon. Sean McHugh, Jack Cruiser, Francis Beck on the ones and twos. We're bringing you the action from the Harbor Center. Sean, we just had a hell of a game right before. Frontier and Grand Island just wrapped up. Double overtime victory for the Grand Island Vikings. As now we turn our eyes to the 4-5 matchup between Niagara-Wheatfield and Hamburg, where these two teams come in fairly evenly matched throughout their season, just one game's difference in their records.
Yep, one game difference in records, and two teams that are built very similarly. Top 6 groups on both ends that can put the puck in the net, role-playing, grinding, checking lines in the bottom 6, goaltending needed to make the saves necessary, but Hamburg comes in with the showtimer, and Ryan Steiner coming in with an impressive stat line, 60 points, 35 goals, 25 assists. He's a player that Niagara-Wheatfield needs to watch. And on the other side, Gavin Cirillo coming in 23 points. And then Robert Weirdrzen, 26 points, and Anthony LaGreca, 29 points. So we've got plenty of firepower in this game. Look for the goaltender who plays the strongest, and the bottom 6 that gets that dirty goal to come out on top of this one.
Playoff hockey, anything can happen, as we saw just moments ago from the Harbor Center in an overtime victory for Grand Island, as the number 1 seed in this small school bracket looks on. I'm sure their coaches will be staying in the building to watch this matchup, as the winner of this game could very well be playing Grand Island on Thursday. They introduce the starting lineups on the ice, and we turn you down there now for the national anthem and get you ready for puck drop right after this. Just moments away from puck drop at the Harbor Center between Niagara-Wheatfield and Hamburg. Sean, when you look at these two teams, you mentioned the top 6s being fairly evenly matched, the battle coming down to the bottom 6. When you look at the two blue lines, who stands out to you on either team at the blue line?
Well, I did have the pleasure of covering Hamburg once this year. I got to see them play Star Point, and the sophomore defenseman Matt Holst, outstanding skater. He's usually going to be the best skater on the ice. Like, think of Mystery Alaska on pure skating ability. This kid's as good as anybody. His D partner, Brady Ike, last time I saw him, and he's got his long flowing hair, exceptionally strong skater. But the difference here is Niagara-Wheatfield has defensemen that also bring the offense as well. So you basically, I'm familiar with Holst, I'm familiar with Ike, but I know from just talking to coaches and hearing all 6 defensemen for Niagara-Wheatfield like to join the play and are very, very responsible or pride themselves on such in their own end.
We are underway in the first period between Niagara-Wheatfield and Hamburg as a long shot sent in by the Falcons is right on goal, steered away easily by the tender, Matt Andrew. Your starting goaltenders for tonight's game for Hamburg. It's the senior, number 29, Matt Andrew, previously mentioned. Comes into today with an .872 save percentage, .299 goals against average, and on the lonely end of the rink for Niagara-Wheatfield, he will eye down a 2-on-2 break right here. Joshua Gleason will, and he will watch a shot go wide to his right. Off the end wall, Hamburg tries to bank it in front with Luke Stotz's play. Now to the near wall, you see defenseman Matt Holst, who Sean previously mentioned. Through the neutral zone, it's set. Long through the ice for an icing.
Yep, and right now both teams looking like they're going to try to lean on the stretch pass. The long, Buffalo Bills offense style, just send it and gun it and hit it in stride, and then just go and use speed. Hamburg, both of these teams, especially in their top six, have the firepower to play that style and play it well. Hamburg, one of the highest scoring teams in Section 6, and they're going to try to rely on their offense as they've done all season long.
In their defensive end, the Niagara-Wheatfield Falcons wearing a primarily black uniform, red numbers, white trim. In my opinion, a good-looking uniform. We may have differing opinions on that.
Yeah, it's fine.
But for Hamburg, they're wearing a white uniform, black pants, purple trim on the purple numbers with black trim around those. In the defensive end, it is Niagara-Wheatfield's Mason Strasbourg, who takes a tumble. Into the boards it goes for Luke Neswai. Neswai plays it back to the point. Griffin Nunn fanned on his shot. Stealing it away for the Falcons is Nick Simon. Simon through the neutral zone will sit with it at the face-off dot and now send it across the ice. Down behind the cage, Niagara-Wheatfield throwing it to the side of the net. It was Nick Simon there. Now at the point, stepping up from the defensive position is Colin Durandetto. He gets a rise out of his crowd of Hamburg right in front of him. A lot of Niagara-Wheatfield fans behind the Niagara-Wheatfield bench and a small student section here to support the Bulldogs as Griffin Nunn is sent to the ice on a big hit from Mike Beaver.
Niagara-Wheatfield is very aware of Steiner. When he gets near the puck, two guys converge on him immediately. He is the showstopper. He's the guy that can take over a game by himself. There is a game plan in place specifically for him in place by Niagara-Wheatfield. There has to be.
Hamburg able to get it out of their own zone, now back in. However, the Bulldogs will maintain possession as Carson Coomer sends it into the offensive end. Niagara-Wheatfield will take it back here. Matt Holst steps up from his defensive spot to send it around the boards. Chipped out to center by the Bulldogs. Hustling hard after it here is Josh Georgi. I beg your pardon, Gregory. Gregory goes after it in the corner, and he gets help from Luke Stotz, who puts a body on.
Oh, good breakout here.
Pass across ice is caught in stride by Robert Wegerson. Wegerson had it jump over his stick. Hamburg will settle for floating it out. Stotz gets on his horse and gets into the offensive end to win the race. He drives Tyler Bravata into the boards. Stotz still stuck along the wall. Puck lying there free. Official there telling him to get it out, and doing so will be Gregory. Josh Gregory around the boards will poke it back in. No one's there to take it for the Bulldogs. They will retreat with defenseman Matt Holst.
Let's see if he winds it up here.
Holst looking for that stretch pass to the near side. Steiner will send it ahead. In stride, Luke Neswai. On the backhander around behind the cage, Neswai will send it back to the point for Holst. D to D for Brady Ike, who steps into a wrister right on save and rebound. Oh, what a save!
He kept that out?
What a save! Josh Gleason got down with the glove, and he caught it as it was lying next to the cage. Luke Neswai thought he had the opener. Gleason says no way.
Took us 4 minutes to have an Ad Pro Sports save of the game there by Gleason. That puck had no business staying out of the net. I don't even know how getting his glove there, he was still able to not have his momentum put him in. This kid must do curls in the morning when he gets out of bed with 100-pound dumbbells to have that kind of strength up top to keep that puck out of the net with a full person in his glove trying to push it over the line.
He's rewarded with a defensive face-off win from Nick Simon's center, Ryan Duvald. Duvald with it in the neutral ice. Had it poked away from him. Hamburg will come away with it with Neswai. Neswai with a wrister off the goalpost. To the far boards, Muldoon will make a nice play around Steiner to get it out to the neutral zone. Muldoon with it again. Across the blue line. Avoids the check. Muldoon getting held on to in front of the net. The backhander right on. Bodies collide in the crease. Puck still loose. And now the whistle goes. Boy, back and forth they go with opportunities scrumming around the blue paint.
Well, the goalies are not only keeping pucks out of the net, but they're keeping people out of the net as well. On back-to-back rushes for both teams, goaltenders had to stop the puck, and then just a barrage of bodies just trying to force that puck over the goal line. Both goaltenders starting off the game strong in their crease, and that's important because these are two very strong offensive teams, especially in their top six.
Beaver and McGuire on the draw. Beaver wins it, and a wrister from the far side from Idzik goes just wide of the cage. Out to center it goes Brandon Schroth. Steps up from his defensive spot to keep it momentarily in the offensive end of neutral ice. Back and forth they go in front of the penalty boxes. Bodies collide. 4 bodies make it 5 now as another Wheatfield Falcon checks in. The senior Colin Durandetto to get it from his own end. To the near side. It's sent through the neutral ice. Drew Idzik will hustle in after it. He'll get there first. Griffin none on him. Idzik turning away from a man. Idzik makes a move and trying to get it in front. Coming back defensively is Stotts, who lays it out to center. Getting on his horse is Frank Pandolfino. I beg your pardon, that being Brace Clark, number 18 for Hamburg. To the neutral zone, pass knocked down by Stotts. However, here come the Falcons with LaGreca. LaGreca's shot goes wide. Back to the point, held in. Wrister to the near boards will keep possession in favor of Niagara-Wheatfield. Around the boards, back to the point again. To the near side, Bravada. Bravada down low. That pass just missed Wegerson. In front, they score! Gavin Cirillo opens the scoring. Just 6 minutes into play. It's 1-0 Niagara-Wheatfield.
That's just a weird bounce on the goal mount, and that's a playoff goal right there. Shot comes in. It's kind of a weird shot. Goes behind the net, bounces off the end boards. Puck comes to a weird spot, and Gavin Cirillo, just standing right where the center needs to be in that situation, just hacks it away. And before the goaltender, Matt Andrew, is able to realize where the puck is, it's under his pad, and it's in the net.
Holst whips it around the board to the blue line. It's held in. Joshua Kazer sends it in. Niagara-Wheatfield leading in shots as well, 3-2 so far as we approach the halfway point of the first period. Stotts on the left, make it right wing. Pass in front is broken up neatly by the defensive Tyler Bravada. Out to center it goes. Matt Holst across the red line, sends one in right onto the blocker of Gleason. Into the corner it goes again. Stotts was there, and it's held on to by Gleason. 10.5 remain in the first period of play. Hamburg yet to have, outside of their one big opportunity, thanks to our AdPro Sports name of the game for Josh Gleason, they've yet to have much sustained offensive pressure.
Yeah, they really haven't had any since that scoring chance. They really haven't spent any time in the
shot
zone.
Right on
right
save
there.
Made. Off the draw. Ryan Steiner won the faceoff in another opportunity. Just as we say, they haven't had offensive pressure. A chance for Pandolfino, robbed again in the blue crease. What a save! Josh Gleason, give him a medal.
Josh Gleason brought his game today. That kid is just seeing the puck where nobody else can. That dude must have infrared in his face that picks up vulcanized rubber, because I don't understand how he's able to even get in front of the thing. He's fishing it out of legs as well. I mean, Hamburg's done everything they can right now to score. They should be up 2-1 right now.
The lexicon of this broadcast has to be the funniest so far this postseason. Back to the point, Holst's shot is blockered away by Gleason. At the blue line, it's held in by Ike. As you see the flowing hair of number 9, the sophomore, probably growing that flow out for a few years, getting ready for this playoff run. Ike sends it in. Turning the corner, backhander, big hit as Steiner tried to make the play. Out to center. Here come the Wheatfield Falcons. Robert Wegerson drops it off. Wrister comes off the stick there of Anthony LaGreca.
Oh.
Bodies collide along the far boards, springing the puck free to the near side. Strasburg keeps it in, deflected on its way to the goal, as it was Robert Wegerson who had his stick in the lane. Out to center, Ryan Steiner one-on-one. Strasburg back defensively, makes the play. Strasburg fires one the length of the ice. That'll come back on an icing. Great work there as Steiner thought he had one.
Yeah, Steiner was eyeing it up right now, and Strasburg just slammed the door shut right now. He is being keyed on right now. There is no doubt about that, and that is a smart thing to do. He can bust a game wide open. So far, so good for Niagara-Wheatfield on the defensive end.
Steiner had 5 points Sunday in Hamburg's win.
Thank you, Francis Beck, jumping in on the broadcast there. 5 points for Ryan Steiner as they beat Sweet Home Depew 8-3 on Sunday. Niagara-Wheatfield coming off a 3-2 win over West Seneca West. That one came down to the wire, a 2-2 tie late in the game. Niagara-Wheatfield able to come away with the victory to set them up today. Stotts off the face-off, almost got a shot. Now he does. It's poked away into the corner by Gleason. Back to the point it goes. That will negate the icing as it came off a Bulldog stick. Andrew comes out of his crease to lay it there, stolen away. Shot right on save made, rebound again. They battle for it. The bodies collide, but it's held on to by Matt Andrew as Drew Idzik won the race to the puck and nearly had a freebie.
Yeah, I don't think Matt Andrew realized how hot Idzik was coming in on that play right there. He was flying, and he got caught in no man's land and just kind of had a panic moment and just kind of said, nah, and handed the puck off. Luckily, he was able to get back to his post because Idzik took a hard whack at that puck, and if he wasn't strong on that post, that's in the net.
Idzik wins the draw and takes it himself to the corner. He gets help from his winger to get it back to the point. Wrister right on save, made rebound, another save. Andrew keeping his pad tight to the ice, keeps the second chance opportunity from going in. Kazar back defensively starts the breakout for the Falcons. One touch nearly stolen away there. The forecheck coming from Josh Gregory. Out to center it goes Griffin Nunn. To the near side for Alex Wood wearing number 55. He sends one right on goal from the red line. Rebounds there, the shot, another save. Gleason standing on his head. He's got 10 saves already, make it 11. Just 9 minutes into play in the first period.
Luke Gleason has been a brick wall that's been reinforced with steel so far in this period. However, if Niagara-Wheatfield makes that mistake on that player again, I guarantee you they will pay for it. You cannot lose any of these forwards like that, but if you lose Steiner in front of the net, you're going to get burned more often than you don't.
Niagara-Wheatfield not able to get it out. Steiner keeps it in with a long wrister. That one blocked through the lane. Strasburg plays it off the wall. Steiner unable to keep it in. Bulldogs will be forced to check back onside. However, Niagara-Wheatfield promptly gives it right back to Steiner. Dances around a man in the neutral zone. Takes a wrister right on save made. Rebound is covered up. Gleason held onto that one as 83 was bearing down on him.
Yep, Steiner's mad right now. He's going to look to take matters into his own hands and use his teammates as well. Hamburg, they got some jump after another great save there by Andrew, which, great pad save. Then on a rebound, Hamburg went flying down the rink, and they're going to get moving again, and they're going to get an offensive zone faceoff. Brady Ike, with those flowing locks of his, have been ripping pucks all game from that point. I do not expect that to change. He's done a great job getting the puck to the net so far in this game.
Matt Holst crosses the red line and fires one right into the mid of Gleason, and he sees Josh Gregory coming right down Broad Street and decides to hang on for the whistle.
Hey, Jack, I've got a theory as to why Brady Ike wears number 9, but I don't think a lot of Sabres fans are going to like it.
No, but I tell you, they'd like it out west.
He did score the other night, finally, after,
Luke Stotts on the draw wins it back for Holst as we welcome you back to Western New York. Here's a shot from Brady from the far side. Ike let that one go. Perhaps seeing a bit of number 9 in Vegas as he took the shot from the far half wall. That one right into the mid of Gleason. Now 14 saves on 14 shots for Josh Gleason.
Gleason's been a man possessed right now. Hamburg is on pace to put up 100 shots in this game. I mean,
close enough.
They're at 14 halfway through the period. They could easily get to 25. That's 75. I did not go to school for math, so leave me alone, but still, a lot of shots this period.
Kevin Cirillo will bear down on the forecheck, and he'll get help from Wegerson there. Wegerson comes away with the puck. Wegerson plays it back to the point. Stolen away. Steiner gets bodied there. Good defensive play by Durandetto. Don't worry about the puck. Play the man. Steiner's back up on his feet, and he's got it at the near boards, and he'll lay it off into the corner looking for Pandolfino. Pandolfino got bodied there in front. The puck lies. Niagara-Wheatfield comes away with a 3-on-2 opportunity from their own blue line. Schroth had it stolen away. Good defense from Matt Holst. Steiner gets a word of encouragement from his fans at the near boards and takes it in the offensive end. Neatly poked off his stick by Josh Kazur. Kazur will retreat.
I'd imagine a player like Steiner has a lot of fans that encourage him just based on the level he plays at and on a lot of the teams he plays for and the fact that he's really good.
Matt Andrew watches that puck come down into his end of the rink for an icing that will go against the Falcons of Niagara-Wheatfield. 6:25 to go. 14-6 are the shots. Niagara-Wheatfield dominated possession for the first 5 or 6 minutes or so after a quick chance off the jump from Hamburg. Here's another one for Stotts. That one floated just wide of the cage. Since then, however, it's been all Hamburg as Niagara-Wheatfield looks to break out of their own end. They do so now here. Poked through the neutral zone by Evan Belter. He'll go after it in the offensive end. Following him, his line mate Mike Beaver. They'll watch the Bulldogs skate it out to center. Back and forth they go through the neutral zone. No one coming away with possession. Hamburg having to check back up on side. They'll get possession at their own blue line. Carson Coomer sent it ahead, and he'll get it right back again. Playing it D-to-D with Liam Rogers. Rogers, the sophomore, sends it around for the senior Coomer. Coomer almost, and he did get it poked off his stick. Nick Simon was there. Bulldogs looking to get out from their own side of the red line. Trying to do it himself here was Josh Gregory. He couldn't. Still not able to get it beyond the red line are the Bulldogs. They'll have another try here as Coomer's got it with some space. That pass will connect, and then as soon as they get past the halfway stripe, Stoltz gets knocked off his feet. Bodies continue to collide in the neutral zone. No one getting possession. Now the Niagara Frontier Wheatfield, I beg your pardon, Falcons get possession with Mike Beaver in the offensive end. He has it behind the goal line. He's squeezed out there, however, Braden McGuire. McGuire will skate it out to center and send a pass through the legs of a defender. Braden Muldoon takes it back the other way. Muldoon with a floater towards the cage. Knocked down by Andrew, and he'll squat it to the side. To the near side it goes. Durandetto steps up from his spot, now gets it back again. Calling for the pass is the captain from the far side. Rister from the point, and a save made by Andrew.
Yeah, Mason Strasburg got a lot on that shot. He was screaming for that puck. He was tapping his stick. He had a lane. Andrew had a little trouble with that. He kind of had to shimmy over to his left, to his right, my left, just to hold on to that puck, because the thing is, if he drops that puck, there are two Falcons sitting on the doorstep to bang home that rebound.
Offensive faceoff won by the Falcons. Save made. Rebound goes to the near side, and off a blocked body, the shot from Cirillo goes out of play. Now we see some sustained offensive pressure of Niagara-Wheatfield with plenty of spectators looking on across your screen from the Harbor Center.
Yeah, they brought the house tonight. I mean, there's hundreds of them just behind the Niagara-Wheatfield bench.
Behind the goal line, LaGreca drops it off there. It's stolen away. Steiner had his pocket picked. Weger's in on that. Black to the point. There's a shot through traffic. It's loose, but the whistle goes as Andrew had it momentarily, and he gave the official an eye, almost begging for the whistle to go, and it did immediately.
Yeah, and he's lucky it did, because that thing was in a danger spot. And again, one thing Niagara-Wheatfield's done really well, if they're getting guys to the net. Okay, I didn't think they called that offsides, and that would have been tough.
Delayed offside, it gets waved off. Now out through the neutral zone is Pandolfino on his forehand. Takes the shot off the blocker of the goaltender, Gleason. Steiner lays it to the middle. Here's a shot from Niswai that got blocked. Gleason didn't know where it went. His defense had him covered. Ike lays it to the near side where Holst takes it. Holst steps around a defense. Steiner poked it free. Holst on his forehand tried to toe drag around the defender. Strasburg stood strong with the stick. Wegerson tried to poke it free. It goes back for Holst at the point, who whips one around the boards behind the cage. Niswai back to the point. Ike rips a wrister, tipped, and it goes off the goalpost. Back around chance as the backhander came off the stick of Niswai. He's been robbed once already. Wegerson, who had a pair against the Indians the other day, nearly had one here as he put it through the legs. Couldn't get the finish. That one whipped down the ice. That'll be an icing. 3:04 to go in the first period. 1-0 Niagara-Wheatfield.
Well, Jack, somebody grew up watching Tim Connolly, because that was a pretty little move right there. If he got that second step on his inside leg, on him. I've tried and failed that move 100 times, so I know how it works. I just can't do it. But if he gets that leg around and gets that backhand up, he's got the goaltender moving. If he gets it under the bar, we're talking about some trouble right there. I love the confidence by Niagara-Wheatfield in the playoffs, just trying anything to get pucks to the net here.
14-9 are the shots on goal in favor of Hamburg so far. Behind their own red line, the Falcons look to break out. Through the neutral zone, Simon carries it. He floats it into the corner and goes after it himself. He will win the race to the puck there. Nunn puts the body on. McGuire flips it around the board and out to center. Pandolfino will lay it there. Looking up ahead for Lucas Barmos. Barmos will head to the bench. Niagara-Wheatfield looking for the breakout pass. Sent to the slot, nearly stolen away. Now it will be. Stotts came in out of nowhere. Sent to the slot, shot, they score! Josh Gregory off the pass from Luke Stotts made no mistake. He fires it glove side on Gleason and ties it at 1.
Luke Stotts has had himself a great period. Been a little bit snake bitten earlier. Man, guys, high five your goalie. But again, Stotts makes the play happen right there. Gregory gets into the slot on a beautiful pass and feed. Gregory, goaltender gets a piece of it, does Gleason, but not enough as the shot came in with a lot of pace, and Hamburg gets a late goal to tie this game up. And I mean, that was their 15th shot of the period. Finally, they break through Gleason, who's been spectacular to say the very least to start this game.
And he hangs on to this puck here, bringing up a face-off. So Niagara-Wheatfield, they've won 4 of their last 5 games. Their only loss in that stretch, an overtime 2-1 loss at Kenmore East on the 10th. That was before they were able to beat Lancaster 2-1 to end their regular season schedule. They've then beat the Indians of West Seneca West in the playoffs. Big body collision there as Colin Durandetto put the beating on, and a shot from the slot easily handled there by Gleason as Niswai gets robbed from a point-blank chance again. I really, really want him to continue playing his game for just the sake of good hockey because he's doing everything right but finishing. Both of these teams are. I mean, Hamburg's had a lot more zone time, but that's to be expected. They usually do outpossess their opponents. But no shortage of scoring chances. Great goaltending as well in this game. Shot from the blue line from Ike goes around the boards. Holst keeps it in. Behind the net. Snyder gets bodied along the wall and will get it back to the defense. Ike keeps it in momentarily. Wegerson skates it out to center. He tried to find a man in stride. It was just too far ahead of Idzik. Wegerson then puts the body on Holst, and Holst bounces right back up thanks to help from his teammates at the bench to keep possession. Holst on his forehand around the net in front. The shot is steered away. Holst still with possession, and now he'll get taken down. No penalty called right in front of the Falcons fan base. Steiner lost possession of it. He gets triple teamed immediately and sends it in and hustles after it. Around the boards, Niswai steps up, back to the point it goes. Brady Ike takes a shot.
Ooh.
And this may be...
It was offsides, but they called it offsides. I don't know that it was, though. I mean, it's hard to tell from here, but I thought that was a clean keep-in.
We'll trust the official.
Yes.
Standing a few feet away from the play with 1:04 to go in the first period. 1-1 we stand, and evenly matched are these teams up and down the lineups. Their records nearly evenly matched, mirrored. Niagara-Wheatfield 10-8-1, Hamburg 11-9-1. Just 2 extra games played for Hamburg this season. Around the boards it goes. Stotts pins it against the boards. Now it's poked back. Gregory will get it back to Stotts. Now Gregory. Battle continues for the puck, and Niagara-Wheatfield's going to come away with it with Nick Simon out to center, who floats a bouncer into the Hamburg end. Muldoon bears down on the defense. It squirts the puck free. Bodies collide. Coming away with it here will be Duvald momentarily. Now the Bulldogs and Gregory skated out to center. 3-on-2 rush with 20 seconds to go. Gregory to his left side, drops it back for Stotts. It was too far behind him. Stepping up, Nunn will send it back to the corner. 15 to go in the period. Out in front, Stotts couldn't get a shot. In front, this shot again. That one goes wide as the goaltender Gleason got taken down. Around the boards it goes. 5 seconds to play in the period. Niagara-Wheatfield comes away with Kaiser. He'll pin it to the wall and await the clock to wind down to zeros. 1-1 is where we stand after 17 minutes of play. The teams will take a break, as will we. We'll be back on the other side of this with our Western New York Immediate Care Intermission Report with Francis Beck right after this on Western New York Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Our homes have become offices, gyms, schools, and playgrounds. And at Western New York Immediate Care, we know you may need us now more than ever. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care physicians are trained to diagnose and treat most non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses. With 5 convenient locations open 7 days a week, help is never far away. Life has changed, but Western New York Immediate Care is still here for you.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Does he do car?
Forget about it.
How about home?
Forget about it.
Does he get good rates?
Forget about it.
And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy?
Forget about it. Paul, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. And...
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Even the most prepared moms experience the unexpected. When you do, we're here for you.
Welcome back to the Harbor Center in downtown Buffalo. After 17 minutes of play, the Niagara-Wheatfield Falcons and Hamburg Bulldogs are tied at 1 goal apiece in this small school quarterfinal. I'm Francis Beck. This is the Western New York Immediate Care Intermission Report. We'll get to more on this game in just a second, but there's plenty of hockey going on tonight and all week long here in Section 6. This is game, I don't know if you call it game 3 or game 4 tonight happening. 4 games total happening. 2 right here at Harbor Center, 2 at the Northtown Center for these quarterfinals for small schools. The first one that happened at the Northtown Center was between Star Point and Kenmore West, and it was the Spartans taking care of business. They, after giving up the first goal, they came back, led it 2-1 after the first period, and then went on to a 6-2 win. It was Alec Kirk leading the way with a hat trick for the Spartans. Then pop on over here, the first game, and an absolute thriller here from the Harbor Center. It was the Grand Island Vikings pulling out the win in double overtime. Eddie Korachuk had 2 goals, including the game winner. Frontier, the 11th seed, actually had a lead on the top-seeded Grand Island team. The first period, but the Vikings came back. They scored 2 in the second, held that lead for almost till the very end, until 1:17 left, when Max Conklin scored to tie the game. We went to 2 overtimes. That was Eddie Korachuk had scored the game winner. And Grand Island goalie, special shout out to Evan Smith, had a fantastic game, especially in the overtime, to help his team get the win and stay alive in these playoffs. The other game happening right now, this is one's over at the other center, Northtown Center, and it's also on Western New York Athletics, is Kenmore East and Williamsville East. Let me check on those scores. Right now I'm seeing no score, but I want to see if there's any update. Pull up that game really quick. That one, they're in a commercial right now on our feed, but it looks like no score between those two teams. Of course, Kenmore East, Williamsville East, I mentioned it earlier. Remember back 5-6 years ago, they were the 2 top teams in small schools, and they would meet each other in the small school finals almost on a yearly basis. Speaking of the who would also meet there back then would be Niagara-Wheatfield and Williamsville North, and we have the Falcons. And as you can see on your screen, they are tied again with the Hamburg Bulldogs in this first intermission. You can take a look at the stats on your screen. Shots on goal, Hamburg leads the way 18-10. Scoring chances, they also lead 5-2. Niagara-Wheatfield, slightly more physical team. They have about 3 hits to Hamburg's 2 hits so far. That's pretty much we got more hockey, now that I think about it. Tomorrow is the private school semifinals. Those games will be on the NFHS network. First, it'll be St. Mary's against St. Francis. That starts at 6 o'clock, and that'll be followed by Nichols and St. Joe's. Again, those games on the NFHS network. A subscription gets you access to every semifinal on through the state tournament and everything across the states and even into other sections. And then Thursday will be the small school semifinal. So we saw Grand Island has already punched their ticket. So has Star Point, and so will one of these 2 teams as well. So that will be on the NFHS network. 6 o'clock start from here at the Harbor Center, and then Monday we have a triple header. All 3 championships games. It'll be the privates followed by the large and the small. From here at the Harbor Center, things start at 3:30 with that first game. Those 3 games will be on the NFHS network. As I look at the other game, it appears they are in the first intermission between Kenmore East and Williamsville East. No score in that game. So that will do it for the Western New York Immediate Care Intermission Report. Sean McHugh, Jack Cruz will be back in a couple minutes with second period action. You're watching Section 6 playoff hockey on Western New York Athletics.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com. You'll be the first to see new listings, find similar properties, and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Does he do car?
Forget about it.
How about home?
Forget about it.
Does he get good rates?
Forget about it.
And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy?
Forget about it. Oh, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. And
We're back for the second period of action between Niagara-Wheatfield and the Hamburg Bulldogs, as it's a 1-1 hockey game after one period of play, thanks to goals from Gavin Cirillo of Niagara-Wheatfield and Josh Gregory of Hamburg. Jack Cruiser, Sean McHugh, bringing you all the action from the Harbor Center today. We had a good one before this. Grand Island taking down the Frontier Falcons in overtime, 2-1, make it 3-2, the final there in double overtime. We may be well on our way to extra hockey tonight here in this second game as well.
Don't tease me.
We want to get home soon for sure.
No, give me overtime.
1-1 is our score after one.
My mom can't ground me anymore. I'm 31. Okay, well, she can, but she might not.
She may after the result of this game. We'll see. 16-9 are the unofficial shots after one period of play in favor of Hamburg, and it was the goaltender Josh Gleason who stood on his head during that first period.
Yep. Jack, literally, there were times where I think the only thing that kept the puck out of the net was his face. Like, he was just, his chin was buried in ice for most of that period trying to find pucks through seas of skates. And Hamburg got the offense going with the chances. Let's see how Niagara-Wheatfield responds here in the second.
We've seen plenty of chippiness on the ice throughout our two games tonight and chippiness in the crowd during the intermission as well. We'll see how the tensions continue to rise at the KeyBank rink at Lecom Harbor Center. Gavin Cirillo chips it inside the Hamburg end. Going after it here is Robert Wegren. Hamburg will fire it out through the neutral zone with their defenseman Brady Ike, who will watch it go the length of the ice, and he'll watch his team come back for a face-off at his own end after an icing.
I think Ike took a quick look and didn't realize, and this isn't a joke, I think he saw the ref streaking down the ice and thought that out of the corner of his eye he had a streaking forward, and he just kind of, jettisoned one down the ice. Just be careful. I mean, definitely watch out for those breakout passes, because that is what Hamburg wants to do to get transition going. They're very good at it.
Another game going on in Western New York playoff hockey right now. Williamsville East and Kenmore East in the Battle of the Easts, tied at 0 after 1. That game also being streamed on Western New York Athletics. 1-1 our score. Just under a minute into play into the second period. Neither team breaking away so far in this second frame as Pandolfino swings it around the boards. Durandetto steps up to make the play. Pandolfino throwing a fist or two into the direction of a Falcon as he's not able to maintain possession. Brady Ike defensively banks it off the wall, stolen away in the offensive end. Wegren's shot, he scores! Robert Wegren ripped it from the high slot to take the lead for the Falcons.
What a shot by Robert Wegren. Picks up the puck, widens his stance, looks like he might pass, and then lets an absolute bomb of a wrist shot go. Goaltender Andrew never had a chance to react to it. The release was that quick. Corner was picked as well. And Niagara-Wheatfield, a minute and 10 seconds into the second period, gets their lead back. So they answered my question. That's how they respond, a snipe.
Robert Wegren had a big performance this weekend in a 3-2 win over West Seneca West, where he had 2 goals. And boy, what a time to feel yourself shooting the puck well, then heading into the playoffs. Wegren now with 3 in the last 2 games. Chipped into the offensive end as the Niagara-Wheatfield Falcons look to maintain the forecheck with Duvald. He sends it around the boards. Picking it off, however, will be the defense of Hamburg and Josh Gregory. His pass to Stotts finds him in stride. Stotts turning, trying to get it to Gregory. They'll play catch behind the red line. Niagara-Wheatfield comes away with it.
Oh, yeah,
in the
can't do
neutral
that.
zone, it was Nick Simon taking it down. An easy tripping call the official will make. They'll call it an elbow. 2-1 our score with Hamburg going to the penalty kill.
Yeah, Gregory, that just kind of went out of his way to deliver the hit there. Guy never saw him coming, got himself up high, hit him up high. That is a USA hockey rule. Not that they implemented, of course, shots to the head. I mean, they implemented that probably back in 2004. They couldn't hit people in the head. But they're calling anything close is automatically a penalty, no discussion about it whatsoever. That was a perfect example of that, of what they're trying to hammer into the officials going forward.
Niagara-Wheatfield on our first Howard Hanna power play of the day. Howard Hanna, for all your real estate needs. Niagara-Wheatfield behind the red line, looking to set up. Stolen away, however. Brady Ike steps up and makes the play. He'll clear it out to center.
Steiner hard on the forecheck on the penalty kill. Look at this, just absolutely harassing the goal scorer Wegren right there.
Steiner will skate away. He'll keep that forecheck on, however. Trying to get away is Kazar. He's going to be forced to go behind his net.
Ooh.
A solid 50 seconds killed off this penalty so far. Niagara-Wheatfield will get it out through the neutral zone. Here is Drew Idzik. Idzik lost possession, and it's sent the length of the ice again by Ike. Steiner puts the forecheck on, nearly comes away with the puck. Kazar banks it off the wall and out to center. Through the neutral zone, here's LaGreca. LaGreca passing it in front, and it's punched out of the air, knocked down with the glove. Gavin Cirillo set it to the corner, and he's going to battle for the puck here along with LaGreca, who comes away with it. LaGreca turns in the corner, sends it back up top to Durandetta, and they set up on the power play. LaGreca trying to send it across the ice, had it stolen away and poked to the neutral zone. The Bulldogs kill another few seconds. 22 seconds to go on the power play.
Yeah.
Wegren.
Yeah, this has been a tough power play for Niagara-Wheatfield. You know, just a forecheck. They can't even break out of their own end. They finally get some zone time, but again, the forwards are extra aggressive on the point men, trying to cause a turnover for a breakout.
Duvald in the corner, laid it off there for his teammate, who gets squeezed out in Muldoon. Back to the point it goes. Keeping it in is Belter. He'll take a slap shot that gets blocked at the point. A 3-on-2 opportunity, make it a 4-on-2. It's sent ahead, looking for Rogers. Just too far ahead of him. Good defensive work by the Falcons. In transition the other way, Nick Simon had it poked away in the neutral zone. That will be an offside. 12:49 to go. Teams are back at even strength.
Yeah, but that was a great job killing a penalty there by Hamburg when they needed to have a kill, because going down 2 with the way Gleason's been playing and with the way Niagara-Wheatfield's been playing defensively for this period, you definitely don't want to dig the hole any deeper than it is. That goes without saying, period, but especially in a playoff game where the momentum scale is tipping in favor of the Falcons right now. All it takes is one more push to send it down the hill. So Hamburg, great job on that kill. They got to get some zone time now and get some chances.
Bulldogs will take possession off the draw to the near side here. Griffin Nunn sent it in, and that'll be an icing.
Yeah, Griffin Nunn really needs to either skate that puck or go D to D. That's a long bank pass into traffic, and you go from a neutral zone faceoff to a defensive zone faceoff. That is far from ideal right now. So Hamburg's going to really, really want to bear down and get possession back on this puck because they've given Niagara-Wheatfield a free entry.
LaGreca on the draw for the Falcons, not able to get the best of Ryan Steiner. Through the neutral zone, it's sent right back into the Hamburg end. Nunn will retreat back for it. He leaves it for his partner, Alex Wood. He'll backhand it off the wall, looking for Niswai. Steiner to the middle. Pandolfino to the boards. Frank will turn back and hand it off for Alex Wood. To Nunn. Through the neutral zone off the wall into Falcon territory. Schroth had it stolen away. Pandolfino scores! Frank Pandolfino picked the top corner. We're tied at 2.
Pandolfino saw Wegren's with a beautiful wrist shot to give him the lead, and he says, yeah, anything you can do, I can do better. Pandolfino picks up the puck, slows himself down, gets himself a shooting lane. The second there is a crease, he lets it go. Gleason never sees it, and that top glove corner gets picked, and we're right back where we started, 2-2.
12:07 to go still in our second period. Ooh. Big hit in front of the boards as it was Ryan Rogers knocking down his numeral counterpart in Tyler Bravada.
I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that next time I have a chance to.
Stotts trying to poke it free, not able to do so. Gregory will try to help clean up the mess in the neutral zone. He will not. However, Nunn will do it himself, sending it into the offensive end, and Stotts got taken down at the blue line. Slow to get up, but he does pop back up, and he's into the field of play. Around the boards, the Falcons will bank it off their own end wall with Bravada looking for his defensive partner in Kaiser. Kaiser's going to get help from his forward in Evan Belter to get it to the blue line. Not out, held in by the Bulldogs. Bravada to the near side. Idzik plays catch with his center, Mike Beaver. Idzik back for Beaver, jumped over his stick. At the blue line, now taken out by Gregory. His pocket picked. It's Idzik over the blue line, putting a move on a defender, giving a shove to the defense of the Bulldogs, and Holtz will mix it in there immediately. Drew Idzik puts the hands up.
I don't think Idzik was ready for that. He just took a penalty, too. Holtz just played great defense right there. Idzik tried to dangle him. Holtz stood his ground, got in his way, and for some reason, Idzik took exception to it and took Holtz to the ground. Now, Gregory's also getting a penalty, so no one's getting a power play, but Holtz, again, the sophomore, the underclassman, textbook on puck defense against an exceptionally skilled forward in Drew Idzik.
Also a sophomore. So you'll have a sophomore going to the penalty boxes in Idzik. And the junior, Gregory, will go to the box as well. Another man has been sent to the box for the Falcons.
Yep, they're going to get offsetting after the whistle penalties, it looks like. But it looks like Hamburg's getting the power play for Idzik hitting Holst up high for stopping him.
Ryan
I hate when that
Duvall,
happens too, but
Duvall and Steiner will receive instructions from the officials on why the penalties were called the way they are. Getting the brunt of the conversation is Ryan Duvall, as it does look like his team will be going to the penalty kill. This power play for Hamburg is brought to you by Howard Hanna, of course.
and Hamburg's bringing the big guns out. We've got Nasoy, we've got Steiner, Holst, who we got on the other side, Pandolfino, the goal scorer, and Ike. And Ike has gotten every single shot he's attempted through the defense. Hasn't hit the net every single time, but you have to think he is in the heads of the Niagara-Wheatfield Falcons. Those point shots, as we saw in our last game, those getting through lead to goals. And Ike has been getting that puck to the net all night.
Players looking around for instructions. The officials on ice will relay the penalty calls to the officials off ice to mark them down officially.
Did Idzik get a 10?
Idzik's going to get word from the official as well. We'll see what the penalty was. Just on the board is a 2-minute minor for Idzik. We'll see what else. Naswai plays it back for Ike as they set up on the power play. Steiner, cross ice to Holtz. Up top for Ike. They'll play catch again. Steiner on the right faceoff dot takes a shot. That one steered away into the glove of Gleason. Tough to handle though, as the hot potato was passed around the crease. Now back to the point. Holst lays it for Steiner's one-timer. Pad save is made by Gleason. He was ready for that one. Got over square to the puck and kicked it aside. The Falcons able to clear.
Yeah, that was a great save there by Gleason. He knew that shot was coming, and he got big on the top of that blue paint to take away the angle and the rebound.
Through the neutral zone, Holst takes it himself around a defender and around the net now. Holst still with possession. Matt Holst at the half wall, now atop the key. Sends a wrister towards the cage. That one deflects high and wide. Steiner lays it back for Ike at the blue line, right side. Ike walks to the middle, gives it to Holst, chokes up on the stick and gives it back for Ike. Ike eyeing down this moving defense for the Falcons. Pass to the slot, backhander in the air over top of the cage. Good save from Josh Gleason. Holst will set up again now, 44 seconds to go in the penalty. A pass off the goal, off the side of the net. It was looking for Steiner, and Steiner buries it from the far circle. He turned the corner and picked the corner. 3-2, Hamburg leads.
Ryan Steiner again showing off that wicked shot of his. Great puck movement by the Hamburg Bulldogs. D to D, top to bottom, goal line, slot, goal line down, and then Steiner picks up the puck from a tough angle, but had the defense and the goaltender Gleason moving. Steiner turns. Everybody knows he's about style often, so Gleason gets big, expecting the top corner. Steiner, being as smart as he is skilled, just shoots a seeing eye puck right along the ice to the far post and gives Hamburg their first lead of the game.
Matt Holst in his own end. 9.5 to go in the second period of play. He gets taken out, no penalty called. Falcons in possession in their own offensive end. Luke Stotts will bring it out to center, nearly poked away. Ike jumped way up in the play to follow the rush. Hamburg will send it into the offensive end, let it ring around the boards, and going after it here is Braden McGuire. A stick flies in the air off a Falcon. Out to center, Niagara-Wheatfield looks to attack. LaGreca's all by himself. Held in, however, as he found some backup. Following it over the blue line, and we may have, no, it's a delayed offside. Now lifted high into the air by the Bulldogs. They will send it right back into possession with Cash Jacobs and the Falcons.
That's a name for you.
Back the other way, Brady Ike. Coming away with it is the centerman, Mason Strasburg, I beg your pardon, the defenseman, who will lay it back down low. Pass in front, almost an opportunity, but Griffin Nunn was the only one there. To the half wall it goes, getting a skate on it is the centerman, Ryan Duvald. He falls to the ice. Back at the point, it was nearly held in. Now a one-on-one chance for Stotts. Luke Stotts goes to his backhand. He was taken down, no penalty. Goes to the near side. Down behind the red line, behind the play, action continues. Back to the point, Nunn's shot is right on, held by the glove of Gleason.
The first play when Stotts was carrying the puck, I did not see a penalty. I think he lost his footing. But then the play when he's literally at the feet of the official, when he takes one to the side of the head, I'm curious as to why there was no call there. But like we said, the refs are trying to stay out of this one and let the players decide it.
So Josh Gregory and Mike Beaver are released from the sin bin. They skate back to their respective benches as we line up for a face-off to the right of Josh Gleason. Steiner on the draw, wins it to the side nearest us. Naswai couldn't hang on to it. Nunn goes back defensively with Wood. Held in at the blue line by Simon with a far shot from the far hash marks. That got blocked. Simon turns and hacks at it to go below the line again.
All right, them not scoring there avoids a controversy because I think that play was offsides.
Steiner trying to work his way into the offensive end. He takes down a man and gets the puck away. Steiner throws it to the front of the net. Hacking at it is Naswai. No chance there as Gleason robbed that one. Had his skate tightly to the post. No chance for a tuck in on the short side. Steiner trying to steal it off in the offensive end. It's lifted high and out the other side, however, by Nick Simon. Hamburg's Griffin Nunn skates out to center. Pandolfino through the neutral zone, into the offensive end, at the left circle, goes around a gliding defender, back to none, takes a wrister save made there, and the goaltender lost his blocker. Gleason signaled to the official.
Great, again, Frank Pandolfino's had himself a period. He does the smart thing. The Niagara-Wheatfield defender lays down to take the pass. Instead of forcing it or trying to take a bad angle shot where the goalie had everything walled off, he carries it around, goes for the stuff attempt. Puck comes right to the point to Nunn, who had an open look. Gleason pushing off his left leg makes a great save coming back across to the post. But Hamburg's offense is feeling it right now.
Around the boards, it's whipped by the Falcons. That will go the length of the ice for an icing. 6:54 to go in the middle frame. It's a 3-2 Hamburg lead. We've had 5 goals so far in this one. It took 5 for a winner in our first game tonight. There's only 1 goal in the other game that's happening right now. Kenmore East, Williamsville East, as the Flames are on top 1-0 from the Northtown Center. Behind the goal, the Falcons look to start the breakout with Josh Kazar. He spins away from Gregory, putting the forecheck on. Falcons with it. Bravada through the neutral zone. It's poked through the legs of Josh Gregory. With speed is Kazar. He will pin his man against the wall in Liam Rogers. Gregory lays the body in front. A 2-on-2 chance, but good defensive work from the Falcons to get back in transition. We'll break up that opportunity, and it's stolen away in the defensive end. A lone break for Kazar, 1-on-1. Coomer back defensively makes the play well.
Yeah, Coomer does a nice job back checking. He wasn't going to catch Kazar with his speed, so he catches him on the angle and forces a very difficult low percentage shot that ultimately results in not a whole lot other than a scary moment.
Gregory taken down through the neutral zone. No call there. To the near side, off the half wall, it's banked. And here come the Bulldogs. Sending it into the offensive end was Liam Rogers. Sophomore heads for a change.
Oh, that was a panic move right there.
Holst steps up and steals it away. His pass in front looking for Steiner was just behind him. Holst will now backhand it behind the red line into the corner. Falcons will send it the length of the ice. This one will come all the way back on an icing.
Yeah, but Hamburg is now attacking with speed right now. That was probably the only time Niagara-Wheatfield's threatened this entire period. Definitely in the last 10 or so minutes of game time. Niagara-Wheatfield needs to get something. They can't go down by 2 right now because Hamburg's got all the momentum. You do not want to have to come back against this high-scoring offense down 2 in a period.
The Swise shot robbed in the air by Josh Gleason.
Oh, my hips hurt after seeing that save.
What a glove save.
To be that age again and be able to kind of do that without having to go to the hospital, that's some impressive stuff, and Gleason's been impressive to say the very least in this game.
The 5'11 senior went spread eagle to make that one. Didn't need to necessarily,
sure,
but he got the glove
make
down.
Make it look good. It's entertaining.
Definitely pleasing the packed crowd here at the Harbor Center, at least on one side of the rink. Plenty of standing onlookers watching Steiner taking it over the offensive blue line.
My goodness.
Steiner danced around 2, threw it to the front of the net, and Gleason squeezed the legs together to stop that one from going in. Naswai was at his doorstep.
Wow, that is a confident hockey player right there. That's a confident line. And Niagara-Wheatfield did everything right. They got in his way, they got in his lane, but when a guy can skate like that with the puck on a string, that's why he's got 60 points. That's why he had 60 points in the regular season, and I really don't mean to keep pumping the kid's tires, but every time he touches the puck, I mean, everybody's on the edge of their seat. I mean, you got just people probably came to watch him, let's be honest.
Naswai sent one from the half wall that almost caught Gleason sleeping. However, Josh got there in time. Steiner in the corner, sends it back to the point. Woods' pass goes right back for Steiner as the cycle's on for the Bulldogs. Pandolfino got taken down, big body there off Joe Muni. Stolen away in the low slot. The shot was knocked down as it was Pandolfino who had another opportunity off the steal. He was all alone behind the defense.
Yeah, it looks like right at the very end, right as he's about to let that shot go, it looks like Mason Strasburg got just enough of his stick to prevent that from becoming a high-danger scoring opportunity.
Speaking of high danger, how about that? Right. Save.
Glad you called me there, huh?
Ryan Duvall tries to get it in. Braden Muldoon gets it out. Duvall will send it to the corner behind the net. Duvall Gets bodied by Wood. Coming away with it are the Falcons momentarily. Now Steiner, still on the ice, will send it to the neutral zone. Naswai in over the blue line, cuts to the middle of the ice, taking his space. Steiner went for a change, probably at the time Naswai wouldn't have wanted him to. Luke Stotts instead comes onto the ice. Nick Simon for the Falcons, backhands it to the middle of the ice. Beaver chips it into the offensive end and hustles after with Nunn and hits Nunn to the ice. Beaver still giving a couple shoves to Nunn, and Nunn is going to come away with the puck. Drew Idzik down there now. He's not able to get possession. However, it's stolen away. Duvald tried to get possession. Won't be able to do so. Idzik's shot from the slot, save made.
Wow, surprise. That was their first shot on goal in about 8 minutes, so that was a great save.
Andrew tested not too many times this period. Was Johnny on the spot for that one. 3-2 is where we stand, just approaching the 3-minute mark to go in the second period of play. High scoring game so far, 1-1 after 1. 3-2 now is where we stand. Shot just trickled wide of the cage. That one off the stick of the defenseman Durandetto.
You're going to get that with this soft Harbor Center ice. There's been a lot of games played on it today, so it's going to get ruddy towards the end of this game.
Stotts hustles after it. He won't be able to hustle fast enough. That'll be an icing.
So Niagara-Wheatfield, they're going to get an opportunity with an offensive zone faceoff to get some zone time here. They have not had much at all since scoring the goal that got them their 2-1 lead, which has since been taken back by the Hamburg Bulldogs. Niagara-Wheatfield does not need to panic right now, but they got to do something because Hamburg has pretty much dominated since the Niagara-Wheatfield goal. Pretty much, other than that last shot, hasn't done anything offensively.
Cirillo, one of our goal scorers today. This line for the Falcons has their 2 goals, Cirillo and Wegrin. They battle behind the cage. Coming away with it, however, is Josh Gregory. He banks it off the wall. Stotts takes it through center. Over the blue line. Stotts sends it to the front of the net. Gregory chipped that one just behind the cage, and he goes after it himself. Gregory had it stolen away. The Falcons now 4-on-3. If they can hustle, they'll go for a few changes, however. To the near side, bodies hit the deck, and a Hamburg Bulldog named Luke Naswai lost his lid. I beg your pardon, that's Matt Holst who lost his helmet. That immediately draws the whistle.
Yep, and he took a shot too, and he's up and he's barking at the bench. He's barking at the Niagara-Wheatfield fans. That's a hockey player right there.
He'll head to the bench to put the lid back on. 1:58 to go in the second period. Face-off should be just outside of the Hamburg zone.
And the big guns are coming out again. Nasoy, Steiner, and Pandolfino. And we are going to have Alex Wood, and we're going to have Griffin Nunn coming out to play defense. Niagara-Wheatfield, again, they've got a little possession. They got to start putting pucks on the net, though, because ideally, and maybe I'm being selfish, but a tie game going into the third sounds like a lot of fun.
Shot, they score! Sean, they better pay you pretty well. Nick Simon off the face-off, picks his corner. We're tied at 3.
Johnny on the spot right there. Niagara-Wheatfield gets the offensive zone face-off, gets a little sustained pressure. Little quick. I think that was a set play or coming off of a set play. Shot came quickly. Andrew had no idea that puck was even on net until he looked behind him and saw it sitting there. And we have a tie game in the last 2 minutes of the second period.
They changed the lineup a bit. Rick Warzin does as he takes Braden Muldoon off that first line. He instead inserts the junior Evan Belter. Maybe a bit of a distraction to the Bulldogs. Doesn't matter. Nick Simon takes advantage and picks his corner.
Yeah, that was an absolute beauty of a shot. To be able to get that release off that quickly through traffic and hit your spot, that's hard to do in a video game, much less in real life in a playoff game, and that's what we just saw. So we have seen some just great hockey through almost 2 periods of this game.
You see plenty of times in these high-pressure games, players choke up on their sticks or shoot too fast, too hard, miss the net a lot. You see a lot of low-scoring games in the playoffs. Not this one. We've got about 5 snipes so far, 6 goals scored total.
And we are nowhere near being done yet. We're not even near being done with the second period yet.
Approaching the 1-minute mark in front of the net. Andrew's going to have to poke it to his defensive man in Pandolfino, who gets bumped off the puck. Simon from the same spot sent one to the low side this time. Kick save away by Andrew. Falcons with possession. Bowling over some players are the Falcons as Idzik got the body going. Long pass will go right to the left of the goal. Thought it was going right on goal to Josh Gleason. He watches it go to his left. That will be an icing with 51 seconds to go in the second period. Face-off in the Hamburg end.
This is going to be interesting because, as we mentioned at the previous game, those goals at the end of periods, they hurt. They really hurt the team that allows them, and you get a bolt of lightning injected into your veins if you're the team scoring it. And Niagara-Wheatfield just got a surprise goal, and they're going to look again. They've got some possession, so let's see if they can work this.
In front, Ike will bank it off the wall and just beat the defender Strasburg to get it out of the zone. Falcons check up quickly into the offensive zone. LaGreca's shot goes just wide. Save made. The rebound goes through the goaltender's legs, and falling is Matt Andrew right on top of the puck for a whistle.
That's got to be absolutely terrifying if you're a goalie. I wouldn't know. I've never done it, nor will I ever. But when you get into the splits like that and all of a sudden see the puck coming in front of you while you're moving on ice, that has to be the most helpless feeling ever. Good on him to kind of close up the extremities and cover that puck, because there were Falcons everywhere trying to bang home that rebound.
Holst sends it around the board, stepping up to keep it in is Strasburg. Back to the point it goes and out to center. 15 seconds to go in the period. Stotts putting on the forecheck, wants one last opportunity. The Falcons won't be able to get another one here. 5 seconds to go. The Bulldogs have it with Gregory trying to put the move on. Stotts, good defensive work there. And that'll do it for period number 2. 3-3 is where we stand, knotted after 2 periods. We'll take a break and rejoin you with the Western New York Immediate Care Intermission with Francis Beck right after this.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Our homes have become offices, gyms, schools, and playgrounds. And at Western New York Immediate Care, we know you may need us now more than ever. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care physicians are trained to diagnose and treat most non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses. With 5 convenient locations open 7 days a week, help is never far away. Life has changed, but Western New York Immediate Care is still here for you.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Does he do car?
Forget about it.
How about home?
Forget about it.
Does he get good rates?
Forget about it.
And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy?
Forget about it. This is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, oh, whoa.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. And
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. Ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Even the most prepared moms experience the unexpected. When you do, we're here for you.
Welcome back to downtown Buffalo Harbor Center, and after 34 minutes of play, we are in for a big one. It's Niagara-Wheatfield and Hamburg are tied at 3. The Falcons a late goal in the second period to tie things up, but we have other hockey going on, so we'll get back to that in a little bit. We'll talk about what else is happening right now, what's going on tonight. Our first game tonight from the Harbor Center was an absolute thriller. Grand Island getting the win in double overtime. Eddie Kowarek had 2 goals, including the game winner. He actually opened the scoring and ended it. That came after Frontier took the lead in the first period. Grand Island came back. They tied things in the second and held that lead until 1:17 remaining in the third when Max Conklin tied things. But it was Grand Island coming with a big win. Evan Smith in goal played fantastic. Big shout out to him. I talked with Eddie Kowarek. I put that after the game. I put our post-game interview. It's on Twitter. It should be on Facebook soon, so be sure to watch for that. That's only 2 of 4 games happening tonight. The first game happening at the Northtown Center. It was Alec Kirk. It was the Alec Kirk show. He had the hat trick as he led Star Point to a 6-2 win. 6-2 win. Kenmore West got on the board first in that one, Christian Leone scoring, but it was Kirk answering back a minute and a half later, and then him and the Star Point Spartans took the game away with that one. They move on to the semifinals Thursday. And our other game happening right now, this one about to finish the second period. It's a 1-1 tie right now. We don't have any scoring for that right now, but we do know it's a 1-1 tie as they just wrapped up the second period over at the Northtown Center. So you can keep an eye. Keep both tabs open. You can watch this one and that one as well. Meanwhile, this one is also tied. This one at 3-3. Boy, if we had a thriller ourselves. First period, Niagara-Wheatfield scored early. They took the lead. Gavin Cirillo scoring. Then the Bulldogs late in the first period, they scored with about 2 minutes remaining. Josh Grigori, he scored an assist from Luke Stoltz. It was Cirillo again coming up big for the Falcons. He put it in the net to give them a 2-1 lead. But Hamburg answered back a few minutes later. Frank Pandolfo scored. Assist was credited to Ryan Steiner. We talked about him. He had a big game over the weekend in their pre-quarter final. Steiner again coming up big on the power play. He scored, gave Hamburg actually the lead. And then late in the second period, 1:53 left, it was Nick Simon putting one in. Off the faceoff, he put it really in the short side to tie this game at 3. So we've had some fantastic hockey going on. so far. We have more hockey to come tomorrow with the private school semifinals. At 6 o'clock, it's going to be St. Mary's at St. Francis, followed by Nichols and St. Joe's. Those two games will be on the NFHS network. Everything from the semifinals on will be on there. There is a subscription, but you get access to everything through the state championships, and even you can watch games all across the state. And then Thursday will be the small school semifinals. As I just said, Grand Island and Star Point have already punched their tickets. We'll find out which between Niagara-Wheatfield and Hamburg, and then Kenmore East and Williamsville East, who will join them. Again, those games, 6 and 8:30 Thursday, right here at the Harbor Center. The place to watch them is the NFHS Network. And, of course, Super Monday is coming up in just a few days. That'll also be from the Harbor Center triple header. We'll have the private schools at 3:30, followed by the large schools at 6, and the small schools at 8:30. That's everything I got for you right now for the Western New York Immediate Care intermission report. So you can see shots on goal, Hamburg leading 28-14, and they also have more scoring chances, 8-5. But that'll do it here for me for the intermission report. Sean McHugh, Jack Cruiser will be back with third period action. You're watching Section 6 Boys Playoff Hockey on Western New York Athletics.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com. You'll be the first to see new listings, find similar properties, and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Does he do car?
Forget about it.
How about home?
Forget about it.
Does he get good rates?
Forget about it.
And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy?
Forget about it. Paul, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, this is Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF and...
We're back from the Harbor Center for period number 3. It's a 3-3 tie between the Niagara-Wheatfield Falcons and the Hamburg Bulldogs. Plenty of good action to come our way in period number 3. Sean, we can only assume, based on our 2 periods we've seen prior.
I can't even fathom that we don't have every bit of as much excitement as we had in the first 2 periods. We had great goals, we had great saves, hits, a little chippiness. I'm a big fan of that. It's playoffs, all or nothing. You don't have to like your opponent. Actually, it's weird if you like your opponent during a playoff game. So 2 teams that are playing hard. It's been clean. That's one thing we got to mention. It's been clean. But now, and here's the thing, we have a good, solid student body going, and they are getting loud right now here at Harbor Center. Listen to this crowd.
A lot of students on both sides for Niagara-Wheatfield and Hamburg. How about the flags being waved in the Falcon student section?
Yeah, just don't say 28-3 to that flag.
All right, well, 3 is involved in our score tonight. 3-3, however, is where we stand. Goals from Nick Simon, Gavin Cirillo, Robert Wegren of the Falcons, Josh Gregory, Ryan Steiner, Frank Pandolfino for the Bulldogs. Underway for the final 17-minute period of play in regulation at least. We had overtime in our first game tonight. Will we have it again here? We shall see. Pandolfino in his own end will try to get possession of the puck. Flips it out to the neutral zone. Back defensively is Josh Kazer. Sends one right back into the Hamburg end. Hamburg going left to right in this third period, and they've got Luke Naswai across the blue line on the fresh sheet of ice to Pandolfino. To the slot. It was just behind Steiner, who was cutting free. Ike steps up to poke it to the half wall. Coming back is Steiner. Ike will block it at the blue line, and he blocks it right into the Falcons bench.
I expect both teams to just put the pedal to the metal here. I mean, like we said earlier, maybe 3 full periods isn't enough, but right now both teams are bringing the offense and the skating, so I think it's going to come down to which goalie makes the saves in this third period. It's basically 0-0 at this point.
Face-off at neutral ice won by the Bulldogs. Wood sends it to his defensive partner in Griffin Nunn, who gives it back to Wood. Gregory taps it in over the blue line, and he'll have to retreat defensively as it's Nick Simon who starts the rush the other way. Chips it into the corner and goes after it himself. Battles with Nunn, who comes away with the puck. Momentarily, however, as the Niagara-Wheatfield Falcons keep it in. Now it's skated out by Nunn across the offensive blue line. Pass to the slot is just in front of Josh Gregory. Hamburg trying that cross-crease pass a few times already in this third period, not able to connect so far. Ryan Duvall chips it into the offensive end, and the Falcons will go for a wholesale change. To the near side, Stotts dances around the attacker in Evan Belter. Stolen away, however. Here's Brandon Schroth. Schroth takes a shot, that one right on, a save for Matt Anderson. One fairly easy for him.
Yeah, Matt Andrew with a nice save right there. No rebound. Drew Itzik once again just creeping around the net looking for that rebound. He's a big body. He's a strong body. He's definitely a player to watch if you're Hamburg right now. He's been close on multiple occasions to making some great plays.
Off the wall
Weird
to
bounce.
center. Bringing it in offside is Colin Durandetto.
They call that intentional? No, they're not.
Face-off will stay in the neutral zone. 15:07 to go in the third. Boy, both these teams have players that can shut it down defensively. Colin Durandetto, Brendan Schroth. We've seen Mason Strasburg for the Falcons with some key defensive plays for Hamburg on the other side. Griffin Nunn's been big. Brady Ike, Matt Holst. You can go up and down their roster. Even Carson Coomer, who plays on the third pairing of the Bulldogs, has come up huge defensively.
Ike just dropped a guy.
Big hit in front of the Hamburg bench. Brings a rise of the crowd, and also Sean Ike in his own end dances around one attacker and gets it to the near side. Out to the neutral zone. It's blocked in the lane. Holst runs into a man. Coming away with it is Nick Simon in the offensive zone. Pass in front. Jumped over the stick of Ryan Duvall. Out to center it goes. Steiner. 2-on-2. Make it a 3-on-2 as Naswai comes in. That shot blocked from Steiner as it went off the body of Durandetto. Bulldogs set up in the offensive zone with Holst at the blue line. Sending it to the corner. It's knocked down there. Mike Beaver battles for it with Steiner. 83 sends it to the front. That shot goes just wide. Naswai in the corner. Battled with Duvall, who will come away with it. Stolen in, however, now out it goes again. Holst dances around one man, pulls it back, rips it, he scores! The sophomore defender, Matt Holst, looked like a senior sniper on that one. It's 4-3 Bulldogs.
Nick Holst has been trying that all day. He's been getting in tight. He's been getting in close. Again, that is a sophomore. I don't even think he can drive a car yet. and he gets in over the line. He outweights the entire defenseman, shoots through just 4 legs, and picks it over the corner, and Hamburg gets their lead 4 minutes into the game. I actually cannot confirm whether or not Holst can drive, but you get the point. He's young.
The sophomore with plenty of years left to play. He plays on a pairing with another sophomore in Brady Ike.
They're in great shape on the back end going forward.
Matt Holst, he can step up and play right wing if he needs to as well. He's a pretty decent skater.
I bet if you put him in the Sabres lineup, he'd crack the top 6 right now.
Let's not get overzealous as the pass to the front of the net is just knocked away off the stick of the driving Falcon, breaking loose. Gavin Cirillo battles behind the boards. LaGreca turns on his backhander to the slot in front. A penalty coming up here against the Bulldogs. We get a look at the Falcons' power play.
And that's what the doctor ordered for Niagara-Wheatfield. They just allowed a goal, a pretty goal that got the fans jacked up. And they get a chance, if nothing else, they hopefully, barring, granted Steiner's out there, so you never know, but Niagara-Wheatfield gets a chance to snag that momentum back, and if nothing else, kind of flatline the momentum that Hamburg just picked up.
Cirillo on the draw, Steiner out defensively. Steiner wins it, but it's poked right back to the point. Kazur to the near side, that one off the stick of the forward playing defense, Anthony LaGreca on the power play, and out to the neutral zone. Steiner puts on that forecheck. He's so pesty on the penalty kill. Falcons will look to break out past him. Steiner closing out well, will force a turnover. Falcons will stay with it though. Gavin Cirillo goes after it. Steiner gets bodied by Cirillo behind the red line. Cirillo comes away with it. He lays it off for LaGreca. His pass to the slot is stolen away and sent down the ice by Niswai. A minute 15 to go in the Howard Hanna power play for the Falcons. Home happens here.
They're hitting the speed.
Falcons with LaGreca behind the net. Looking to the point. Gets it to his man in Durandetto. His shot blocked right on, and it's sent out the length of the ice. Ryan Rogers stands up from the penalty box and cheers on his penalty kill unit. 50 seconds to go in the penalty. The captain defenseman Durandetto starts the break with a pass to Simon, who flips it in. Simon goes after it. It will be Holst, the most recent goal scorer, sending it to the far side. Luke Stotts there will send it out to center. Durandetto gets possession immediately. Gregory bearing down on him. Nick Simon backhands it into the offensive end. Ryan Duvall goes after it. This power play nearly over. Just 20 seconds remain. Muldoon laid it back to the point. Ripped in by Strasburg. Around the horn it goes to the near wall. Simon slows it down. 10 seconds on the power play. Pass up top. Here's a shot right on. Saved by Andrew. He hangs on for the whistle. 5 seconds to go in the Howard Hanna power play.
And that's a big save by Andrew, not just because he stopped the point shot, but because, again, as we've seen in both of our games today, those point shots getting on net lead to trouble on the penalty kill. Good on Andrew. They say the goaltender's got to be your best penalty killer. That was an important save with 5 seconds left in this kill.
Steiner wins the faceoff, stolen away. Duvall sent it to the front of the net. That one looking for the stick of Braden Muldoon. He couldn't get it. Duvall behind the goal line, battling with the defense of the Bulldogs. In front, it was thrown. Wood neatly gets his stick on it. Stolen away again. Duvall behind the goal line. Muldoon looks to start the cycle, sending it in front for Simon. Now it pops back to the point. Here's Durandetto at the near point. At full strength are the Bulldogs. Looks like the power play unit still. Held in again by Durandetto. Stepping into a wrister that's blocked by Steiner. Rebound sent around. Again, just wide of the cage. Steiner steps up, backhands it, not out. Held in, long slap shot deflected in front. Simon with the rebound. Couldn't poke it home. Simon in the corner, plays it back to the defense. Durandetto sent it to the cage, and a save by Andrew forces another whistle.
Pressure, pressure, pressure by Niagara-Wheatfield. An absolutely excellent response by the Falcons after giving up the goal in the third period. They're going to try to get it back, as you would expect them to, but they're doing a really great job hounding the pucks down low, keeping pucks in the offensive zone and getting their point shots through. The longer the distance the puck has to travel, the more chance it has to change direction and get on net for you.
Backhander right on goal, as it was Evan Belter off the face-off, sending it towards Andrew, who makes the save. In their own end, the Falcons look to start to create more pressure. A nice move around a defender. Cash Jacobs sends it into the offensive end, just to the left of Andrew. He lays it there. Falcons not able to keep it in the offensive end. Cash will be tied up here with Pandolfino. Pandolfino jumps around Kazar and has it behind the goal line. Frank Pandolfino then left it there for the near corner. Steiner puts a body on a man in the corner. Going after it is Niswai. Pandolfino comes away with it. Down behind the cage, 98 turns. Looking for the point. He finds Holst. Holst to the cross. Ike shot. That one blocked behind the cage. Steiner. Now some offensive forechecking being done by the Bulldogs. And just as I say that, they turn it over to Drew Idzik. Long shot from the point. Ike sent that one right into the mitt of Josh Gleason. 9:28 to go in the third period. Niagara-Wheatfield had some sustained pressure in the offensive zone. Down by one, they need a goal.
Yeah, and Hamburg's going for the kill shot right now because they are putting on pressure and they're shooting and they are grinding these Falcons defense. Their legs are being ground to dust right now just with the work Pandolfino and Steiner just did on the boards. And then the defensemen doing great work keeping these clearing attempts in the zone to keep the Niagara-Wheatfield Falcons out on the ice for long periods of time, just exhausting them.
Anthony LaGreca sends it in. Around the boards it goes. Robert Wegrin lays it back to the point. That shot fanned on by Brandon Schroth to the far boards. Stotts will skate it out to center before colliding with two Falcons in front of his own bench. Bodies collide in front of the Falcons bench as well, springing the captain for Niagara-Wheatfield in Colin Durandetto to send it in. Around the boards it goes, stopped there by Gavin Cirillo. He'll send it right back in as the center was covering up for Colin Durandetto, who now goes for a change. Hamburg looking to take advantage the other way. Gregory on the right side, 3-on-2, crosses to the middle, got taken down. That'll be a penalty. Mason Strasburg had his stick in the feet of Gregory. Hamburg with a chance on the Howard Hanna power play to go up 2.
Strasburg needs to be careful right now as well. He might have a case to plead right now. You can definitely make an argument that he got puck before he got legs, but calls the call. This is huge for both teams. Hamburg, obviously, the game's not over if Hamburg scores, but you got to think a 2-goal lead, and you have everything in your hands, and Niagara-Wheatfield has to have this kill, bottom line.
Steiner on the face-off. He's got Niswai to his left. Steiner able to win it back to Niswai, who taps it for Holst. He's got Ike to his right. Holst takes this shot, blockered away by Gleason.
Oh, Niagara-Wheatfield, they're just going to try and keep that box real tight and keep everything to the outside.
Steiner at the half wall. The near point, passes it down low. Pandolfino right back for Steiner. Good defensive work there by Josh Kazar. Pandolfino, I beg your pardon, Steiner takes a spill. Along the half wall, the Falcons look to chop it out to center. They won't be able to do so. 83 has it in the corner. Steiner turning in front, pass down low, backhander right on, save made by Gleason. It's still loose. Now he hangs on for the whistle as Niswai was in tight.
Evan Hamburg, just attacking the slot right now. Hamburg's theory, if Niagara-Wheatfield is going to pack the slot, we're going to pack it too, and we're just going to shoot the puck at it, and we're just going to force your goaltender to fish pucks out of feet. He's been doing that well today, but with a lead, all it takes is one bounce, and the puck's in the net. So Hamburg is just going to attack right here.
Pandolfino up top. There's a shot from Holst just wide of the cage. Steiner off the end wall, tried to get the rebound. He was tied up neatly by Kazar. Down low against the half wall. The Falcons will pin it there for the next minute 5 if they could. They'll try to keep doing so. Kazar comes away with it and fires at the length of the ice. This one, a dribbler, will go just wide of Matt Andrew, tending the Hamburg goal. Missing the puck is Holst. He'll have to go back and start the breakout on the power play. Gregory with speed through the neutral zone on the left side. Gregory now behind the cage as Niagara-Wheatfield lays off, giving number 12 the space. Holst back for Gregory at the left point. Sends it across the crease. There's a shot from Steiner. Save made by Gleason to rob Steiner in that spot. Josh Gleason, what a massive save, an ad-pro save of the game. Steiner steps in, wrister, another big save, and the puck was loose, but the whistle goes. Gleason getting the whistle.
The Niagara-Wheatfield Falcons asked Gleason to do a lot there. Ryan Steiner got 2 glorious opportunities in succession. He made 2 miraculous saves, very, very possibly game-saving saves.
Back-to-back Ad-Pro Sports save of the games for Gleason. Will it spark an offensive chance after the kill of the Falcons? The door popped open right in front of the blue line. Pass out in front, looking for the stick of Ryan Rogers. He goes tumbling into Gleason in the net. 5 seconds remain on the power play. That will be over, as it will be Mason Strasburg entering the ice now. Rogers sending it out to the neutral zone for Stotts. Stotts down in front. The shot from Gregory. Another save for Gleason.
Gleason is doing everything you could possibly ask your goaltender to do to keep you in this game right now. He is making save after save after save, doing great work. Niagara-Wheatfield owes him a scoring chance right now. They have been outshot by a pretty solid margin in this game at this point, almost doubling them up. It's a miracle it's a 1-goal game right now.
35 shots on goal Francis Beck has for Hamburg. Make it 31 saves, make it now 32 right off the draw, as it was Luke Naswai ripping it from the far hashes. Gleason hangs on for another whistle. We have an update from the Northtown Center. Williamsville East now on top 2-1 as they score halfway through the third period. Still 11.5 to play there. The Flames will look to hang on to the victory there. The winner playing in the semifinals on Thursday here from Harbor Center. The small school semifinals will be happening here back to back at Harbor Center on Thursday. We'll have that action for you on the NFHS network.
Yeah, Niagara-Wheatfield really looking to just break out and get some momentum going offensively. They got to do something. They're running out of time.
Cirillo had it poked off his stick. Steiner's going to look to make something happen in his own right. He got bumped down from behind by Cirillo. The Falcons fans love it. In transition, LaGreca on the far side. Cirillo crashing the crease. Back to the point it goes for Kaiser. Around the boards, Wegren. Wegren gets bodied there by Holst. Puck pinned along the boards. Chipped behind the net. Now Holst is going to be the first one to come away with it. The sophomore with a goal tonight will skate a dribbling puck out to center, take it in over the blue line, lay it for Pandolfino. He had it poked off his stick. Back the other way. A 4-on-2, make it a 3-on-3 rush now, as it is LaGreca turning at the half wall. Lost possession. Now Wegren laid it to the slot. It goes to the half wall again. Stepping up from his defensive position was Schroth. This could be an opportunity for Pandolfino. Stotts to his left. Good defensive closeout there by the Niagara-Wheatfield player Strasburg, who has the puck now. Fans starting to get more and more into it here from the Harbor Center with 4:39 to go in the third period. Hamburg up by 1.
We want to take a moment to go ahead and you do want to mention something as well. Kenmore West did play the Star Point Spartans. They did lose today, but with regards to Kenmore West, there is an issue that is bigger than hockey, as their captain, Damian Ish, as we were all very saddened to find out he has been diagnosed with cancer. I've had the pleasure of covering one of Damian's games. I've seen a lot of him. He's a great player. He's a tough player, great leader for his team. I have no doubt that Damien is going to win this battle, but like they always say, nobody, and I repeat, nobody fights this battle by themselves. You can head over to Western New York Athletics Twitter to see where we have shared the GoFundMe account. Just raising what we can to help out, help the family of Damien as they navigate this tough time, help him in the battle that, again, we know he's going to win. But like we say, nobody fights alone. Check out Western New York Athletics Twitter. Check out Kenmore West Hockey's Twitter. The link to the GoFundMe page is out there if you consider sending a well-wish or even a small donation. Every bit helps as we work tirelessly to one day live in a cancer-free world.
And of course, the link to donate on the GoFundMe page is posted in the comment box on Facebook. So you can click on that there. Of course, all our thoughts and wishes with Damien and his family as they eye down this fight. Under 4 minutes to play from the Harbor Center. Niagara-Wheatfield down by 1. They need a goal here. Steiner looking to cancel that, and there's going to be a call. This could be an icing.
It's icing because there's no hybrid in high school. You could literally be the only guy in the zone, but it gets down there. That's the whistle. That's obviously a protection rule. I don't love it. I think I do appreciate players getting ahead and maybe getting rewarded for hustling, but at the same time, if it involves player safety first, it's kind of hard to be overly critical of the rule.
You don't want to be anti-safety. That's the one thing everyone seems to be in agreement on these days is safety first.
Yes,
well,
yes.
Sometimes. Out to center, it's floated ahead. Luke Naswai trying to battle through to the offensive end. It's stolen away. Durandetto got run into. He pops right back up after taking a spill into the boards. Poking it free was Pandolfino with a skate. It goes back to the defense with Brady Ike. He'll float one high through the neutral zone, bounces right towards the goaltender, Gleason. Steiner poked it, rebound, they score! Luke Naswai followed up. A slow dribbler caught Gleason sleeping. He made one save on Steiner. What a goal for Luke Naswai to go up 2 with 3 minutes to go.
Ryan Steiner again with the hustle, with the effort. That play easily, Hamburg could have just let up on the brakes and they could have let him cover the puck for a faceoff. Instead, Steiner turns on the gas, makes a last-ditch effort to poke the puck away. It gets loose, and Luke Naswai comes in and just bangs at it. This time, with the goaltender Gleason on his stomach, the puck gets under him, and Hamburg gets a 2-goal lead with 3 minutes left.
Now hustling all 3 forwards on the ice. LaGreca, Carcillo, and Wegren. Shot from the point from Strasburg is blocked. That'll bring a rise out of the Hamburg bench. Every shot critical from here on out. 5-3 the score. Hamburg looking to advance to the small school semifinals. Ike ripped it around the boards. It hit his defender partner Holtz, who sends it the length of the ice ahead for Stotts. That will be an icing. 2:32 to go in the third. Face-off in the Hamburg zone.
And you can just feel it. The Hamburg side, which is closest to us, they are buzzing. It is crickets on the Niagara-Wheatfield side. Niagara-Wheatfield needs something right now, like right now off this face-off. Like they need to get one quick, and then they need to get back on the attack.
Gregory, not having any of that, wins the draw himself. Will skate it out to center. Gleason was looking to go to the bench to get the extra skater on, and he'll now skate to the hash marks again as the Falcons send it into the offensive zone. Alex Wood will send it the length of the ice. This one a bouncer. The net empty, will go just wide. An icing with 2:11 to go as that time keeps on ticking for Hamburg.
Yep, this is gonna be the longest 2 minutes and 11 seconds for these Hamburg players, and this is gonna feel like 5 seconds for Niagara-Wheatfield. They've had success on face-off plays I've said they've needed tonight, so I gotta think they're gonna try to go back to that well a little bit and try and maybe get something quick. They're definitely drawing something up off the face-off. That probably goes without saying here.
Rick Raisin calling the timeout. We could only assume, as we'll hear over the public address. There you go. Niagara-Wheatfield takes the timeout. We'll take one as well and be back with the final 2:11 from Harbor Center in the small school quarterfinals between Niagara-Wheatfield and Hamburg right after this on Western New York Athletics.
Even the most prepared moms experience the unexpected. When you do, we're here for you.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com. You'll be the first to see new listings, find similar properties, and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
We're back from the Harbor Center. With where we stand right now, Williamsville East up 2-1 with 7 minutes to go in the third period at the Northtown Center. We'll keep an eye on that score. If Williamsville East hangs on to a 2-1 win there, and, well, regardless, if Williamsville East hangs on to that victory, the winner of this game will play Grand Island on Thursday in the semifinal. If Kenmore East wins the game in North Town Center, the winner of this game will play the Starpoint Spartans. Off the face-off, it's sent behind the cage to the far side. Kevin Carcillo goes after it. Extra man out for the Falcons. Toe dragging it free with a shot from the side of the cage was Regren. Out in front, backhander Cirillo. That one knocked down out of the air behind the net. Going after it now, Drew Idzik puts a body into the wall. Hamburg will hold it there as long as they can. Steiner back to the point. There's a shot. It got fanned on. Turning now is Idzik. Steiner out again. Shot from the blue line, and Durandetto got blocked as a Bulldog, and Steiner has lost his stick. Idzik's shot got deflected in the lane. That goes over top of the net. 90 seconds to go in regulation. Out to the blue line and into the Niagara-Wheatfield end. Colin Durandetto looks up at the clock with one last chance. A minute 18 to go. Gregory steals it away and sends it in to kill more time. 1:10 now. Robert Wegren. His pass ahead is too far for LaGreca, who skated it in. LaGreca will come away with it, poking it to the center. Wegren couldn't get possession. Out to center it goes. Luke Stotts hustling after it in the near corner. He'll not beat Kaiser. A long shot from the point, and Steiner, as he has a word with the Hamburg faithful along the boards. His team up 5-3. Out to center. It's battled into the Hamburg end. Long shot will seal the win for Brady Ike, who rips it home from his own end, doubling up on the Falcons 6-3.
Yeah, he got hit.
Hamburg will move on and play either Starpoint or Grand Island.
What happened there to Brady Ike? Did you see it?
I did not. I was watching the puck. Ike goes right down the dressing room, and
he had to have gotten a stick or an elbow up high. I mean, you got to wonder about that. That's head. So I mean, that's great job. Wonderful job. This game is barring the most miraculous comeback in the history of miracles. On the anniversary of the Miracle on Ice, though, so don't go anywhere. But you got to wonder. Got to make sure got to hope Brady Ike is all right. I mean, you never want to see a player holding their head.
Ike being able to stand up and walk off under his own power and seem to be just a bit shaken up. We'll see, obviously, that he will be, hopefully, with the team on Thursday as they will play either Starpoint or Grand Island. And you see on the opposite end of the spectrum, seniors playing their last game of hockey together, the moment of realization that an entire season's worth of grind and sweat and blood and tears, an entire high school's career's worth, is flashed before their eyes at this moment for Niagara-Wheatfield. A sad day for the Falcons.
Great season, though. Nothing to be disappointed about in themselves. They had a great year. I don't want to talk about them like they're dead and buried right now, but
6-3 game. It feels as if the nail has just met the coffin.
Yeah, they don't score right. If it gets below 30 seconds, it's over.
Well, that gives the Falcons 4.8 seconds to pot one here.
I mean, they did one in 0.8 seconds already once.
This is true, and the Falcons are going to get a penalty here, so that'll pretty much negate that opportunity as Strauss make that. Evan Belter into the box.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But, they played a good game. I mean, Hamburg's a strong team. Niagara-Wheatfield is a strong team as well. They were not outmatched today. The score is going to – we got 4 for that.
So Idzik is the player that they put on the board, number 2. Idzik, a sophomore. He'll be back.
Looks like he might have taken a maybe. I didn't see it. I don't want to accuse a player of something, but for that, he might have –
that could have been what was going on back with
Brady
Ike.
Hit.
Yep. As the clock ticks away, Hamburg will hang on to this victory as the number 4 seed as the goal for Brady Ike is announced. They eye down either Grand Island, who barely escaped the jaws of defeat from Frontier earlier tonight, or the Starpoint Spartans, who took care of business against Kenmore West. Long shot from the point is steered away. One more save for Matt Andrew, en route to a 17-save performance and a victory for number 29 in white as he is mobbed by his teammates And on the other end of the rink, the sad celebration of what could have been for Niagara-Wheatfield, and a celebration, how about this, with the student section of Hamburg. The faithful that came out to support them today are greeted by the players jumping into the boards.
I love that. I mean, it's kind of looks a certain way because of where they're sitting, but I don't think there's a taunt involved here. I think that's just celebration with your fellow students. Yeah, they got out of there right away. I think they read the room quickly and said, let's get to center ice and shake hands.
Of course, they jumped right into the Niagara-Wheatfield end as they hang their heads in disbelief. And
yeah, that's where the students were, though. But I think the shouting contest we had in the beginning of the third period has prompted that, so this might be our fault.
Well, as the players go through the handshake line, we want to thank you for joining us tonight. Your goal scorers on the day, as we'll keep an eye on the last 2.5 minutes of play from the Northtown Center. Williamsville East still up 2-1. Again, if the Flames hang on to this game, the Hamburg Bulldogs will play the number 1 seeded Grand Island Vikings on Thursday. Francis, do we have times for those games set yet for Thursday's semifinals?
The first game's at 6:30, second game's at 8:30. As far as specifically where one would go, we are unsure, but we know Thursday night here at Harbor Center and on the NFHS Network.
There you go. So make sure you subscribe to the NFHS Network. I'd suggest doing it before the game drops the puck to avoid any what could be problems with technology, as we know they may arise at any moment. So if you're a fan of the Hamburg Bulldogs, make sure you get in on that, as you can watch not only the game Thursday, but of course all the high school playoff games throughout New York State. Sean, any last thoughts on tonight's game?
I think tonight's game was exactly what we thought we were going to get. We were going to get a shootout, two teams with top-heavy offense and grinding, hard-working bottom sixes. It came down to goaltending as well. I mean, we got great goaltending. I know 8 goals were scored. I don't count empty netters as goals on goaltenders for obvious reasons, but, I mean, Gleason kept his team in the game as long as he could, but just the high-powered, borderline elite offense that Hamburg can throw at you, it was too much today. It was, and, Niagara-Wheatfield gave them their best shot. I'm certainly not trying to pander to them saying, good try, you weren't good enough. No, they were good enough today. Just when the plays had to be made, Hamburg made them.
34 saves on the day for Josh Gleason, who I feel had his team come out on top would be my Howard Hanna player of the game, but the Hamburg Bulldogs are able to pull off the victory with 6 different goal scorers. Sean, if you could pick a player of the game for us tonight.
I'm going to go with Frank Pandolfino, number 98 for the Hamburg Bulldogs. We all know what Ryan Steiner's about. We know how good he is, and he was great tonight, as we knew he would be. Pandolfino got a huge goal when they were losing. Pandolfino was in on the forecheck, throwing hits, strong puck play, and just played a complete 200-foot game. And not to say Steiner and Nasoy and Stotts and Gregory, Rogers go down the line of what Hamburg has. They got some guys that can make it happen on the back end. Ike and Holst, the youngins played well, but Pandolfino was the guy I noticed the most. Pandolfino won more board battles. He was getting his nose dirty. He was doing a lot of work and freeing up space for his teammates that have incredible, all Western New York athletic abilities on the ice rink. It's tough. You could give it to 8 players on Hamburg, but the one I saw the most of tonight was Pandolfino.
Frank Pandolfino, your Howard Hanna player of the game. Howard Hanna, home happens here. Your final score from tonight, 6-3 in favor of the Bulldogs in what should be an exciting matchup on Thursday, regardless of who the Bulldogs will face, as we keep an eye on the Williamsville East Kenmore East score. 2-1 it stands with now 2 minutes to play from the Northtown Center. We invite you to switch over streams and watch the end of that one on Western New York Athletics, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. It's all there for you, as you can catch the call there. Williamsville East nearly making it 3-1 here as we watch along on our second stream. We thank you for joining us for tonight. If you missed any of the action, you want to watch any of the games so far that have been streamed on Western New York Athletics, you can go ahead on our Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube pages, where all our games streaming live are archived there. For Sean McHugh, Francis Beck, I'm Jack Cruiser, and I bid you adieu.
Even the most prepared moms experience the unexpected. When you do, we're here for you.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com. You'll be the first to see new listings, find similar properties, and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent. Get started today at howardhanna.com.